Taibatu Hadi, by my stage name is Taibat, for Miss Damba 2021. Kindly dial *800 *505 hash and enter my nominee code, which is MD03. Mpanuma, Manuma, Ibia itizopa ambon. Dimya solo, katab song ma, kanzang crown ma, unkuna sanargo, umpuya kapal. Good evening, impartial judges, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight is tourism night. Sit still as I take you through a drive on a tourist site in my community. Tourism, by my understanding, is the act of traveling or sightseeing, particularly away from one's home. In other words, visiting a landmark or a place. Going forward, I would love to present to you the noble and humble Sanargo Chief Palace as a tourist site in my community. The Sanargo community started way back in the history of the Damba Kingdom. When Nanyasi brought about land ownership into the kingdom of Damba, when Nanyasi brought about land ownership to the people of the Damba Kingdom, having consulted his elder brothers to fight the Tsandanuma who used to be the owners of the land. In order to possess those land, Nanyasi fought the Tsandanuma and took over many of the lands from them. Whenever he took away a land, he used to appoint someone to watch over those lands. Well, Nanyasi fought over the land of my community and appointed a man called Sanargia to watch over the land. Well, the people of my community named the community with the chief's name, Sanargia. Well, many chiefs ruled over Sanargu after Sanargia, but each of these chiefs used to settle at a place of their choice until when Naan Danizaluk only became the chief of Sanargu in the 1940s. He established the current Sanargu Chief Palace, and he ordered that it must become the permanent chief palace for anyone enskinned as the chief of Sanargu. Many chiefs were enskinned after Naan Danizaluk, including Sabuluguna, Gurugurubla, Sanarna Ablai, Sanarna Andanbla. They all stayed in the current chief palace. And the current overlord of Sanargu, Nabacham Yakubla, also resides at that palace. The Sanargu Chief Palace is built in a circular form with many structures and each having its purpose. Starting with the Zone Titale, which is situated right at the entrance of the Chief Palace. The Zone Titale, as the name suggests, is the biggest of all the zona in the Chief Palace. This is where deliberations are done on Mondays and Fridays by the chief, sub-chief, and the elders. The chief horse, as well as the timpana, is also kept in the Zone Titali. Moving forward, the Zone Tubila, which is situated in front of the Zone Titali, is where visitors who come to visit the chief wait for the chief's consent. And when the chief asks to meet them, they proceed to the Zone 2 Titali, where the chief meet them for the discussions. Not forgetting about the Bumbani, this is what the chief sits on during festivals, like the Damba festival. Also, the kitchen of the palace is located at the center of the chief palace. And the other structures are residents of his wife, as well as other family members, not forgetting about the Sampa, which is used to house large visitors. Yes, the Sanargo Chief Palace is one of the nicest and cultured sunset. Please make time and come with me this October to experience the best culture, tradition, and the best local dances during the Damba Festival. Thank you.
Okay, and we thank you too for this wonderful presentation. And if Taibat is your favorite, I'll tell you what to do so that you can keep her in the house. But until then, Honorable Burjiba, what do you think about what she just did?
The costume is okay, and then the use of the stage better. The history of Sanargo, somehow she mentioned a few, and then I also have a challenge because we have categories as far as Dagbang leadership or Dagbang namship is concerned. We have Warzwanama, we have Tendamba, we also have Namwalensi and Yana Behnama. And when she was presenting, she was not able to tell us either Sanargo is Warzwanam, Yana Behnam, or whichever. And then mentioning na Andanzol Kole around 1940s, that one is perfect. And then Sabrina Gurgurlobla, also known as Gumaniele, is okay. And it was after Nandanzol Kole that Gurgurlobla came. Yeah, Gurgurlobla left Sarnargo, Banvam around 1933 or so. Yeah, and then finally she called Sarnargo as Nabakema position, which is an error. Sarnargo is Nabapra. And then lastly, there are dead end positions, chiefs, and then also terminal positions, chiefs. So your address to a particular chief will inform people as to which chief the person is. Either he's a dead-end position chief, according to Tamakulo, 1931. So I believe this is what I have recorded. And on that, I have no problem except what I have recounted. Thank you. You are discharged.
And that is the... And so if Taibat is your favorite to win the competition and become the Hajia Miss Damba, please, don't just clap for her and say, wow. Vote by dialing star 800 star 505 hash and enter her nominee code MD03, and she could just become the next Miss Damba. That will make you proud.